I think in food industry and many manufacturing industries, innovation is a way for us to generate value, and that's something that we should always take into account. The ways to innovate are many, right? And you can choose different tools to do that. But these methodologies of to introduce innovation in different ways in the industry, it's very important for us in order to generate that value. That value could traduce up to financial value, it could traduce into reputational value, value to our communities, and all of these ways you can innovate in your processes in order to generate this value. It's very meaningful, not only for your company, but also for the industry and your communities. So the way that we introduce these methodologies and how we adapt it into our companies and in the industry is very important for the food manufacturing industry, obviously, to generate new ingredients, to generate new products, to generate new experiences for our customers in order to improve nutrition, in order to improve value chain, and also to, in general, to generate value for our consumers and our new customers. Very important part, a piece of our innovation strategies, because we know, since we are a very old company, more than 128 years, we know how to make food, manufacture food, and to develop new businesses around food. But in some way, we are not the technology developers in general, and startups and this kind of companies that are generating technologies and generating ways to innovate differently and much more agile that you can do are very important for industries like ours, which are a little bit more traditional, in order for you to introduce these technologies and these innovations faster in your company, for you to have the hedge, the actual competitive advantage in order to take these technologies to the customer, to our final consumer, and to generate further and wider and much more richer experiences for them. We use startups in different ways. We invest in them. We can use venture clienting systems or models. You can actually develop them from inside. There are different ways and different flavors for you to use startups in your corporation and in your innovation strategy. And it's very important that you read that the way that your company can adapt to this, the use of them, and how they actually can be a partner for you and not a competitor. Because if you don't do so, probably in the long term, you could end up having actually a competitor in some way, rather than a partner that can help you introduce new value to the consumer and to the customer.
Excellent. Vamos por la tercera.
No. Espérate, la tercera pregunta.
I think one of the theater sector, how are they read like this?
Well, I think the food manufacturing sector and the agri-tech sector, it is relevant to have these kinds of events, not only for connections and to generate new ideas, but obviously for you to have a broader and wider reality check of what is happening in the industry. It's a great opportunity for you to understand what others companies are going through, what other companies like you or other companies that might be different in different categories under the food industry, which is very wide. So here you have the opportunity to talk to your colleagues, you have the opportunity to talk to new startups. It's great to see investigation centers here, how they introduce and transfer the technology that is generated maybe in academic groups or investigation groups to the companies in a very efficient and effective way. So that kind of ecosystem is very important for the industry to make it grow and to make this happen. I wish it could be much more frequent, obviously, but it's a great thing to have these kinds of events, and not only here in Spain. Obviously, it's a lot of other these kind of events should be going through in other places. Particularly, we are from Chile, South America, and there are great spaces there too. And we're hoping to be part of them, the actual ones and the new ones that can happen in the future. We'll be happy to participate. The definition of innovation is very wide and varied. It can vary in every company, right? But in general, what you usually tend to conceptualize is that you need to generate value, and how? With different methodologies. And that value can be traduced into financial value, it could be traduced into community value, reputational value. There's a lot of flavors of how you can actually generate this value in your company. Methodologies for that are also, there's a lot of them, and you have to read how your company is prepared to each of them, right? There's open innovation, there's internal innovation, there's investments, there's company building, there's different flavors for innovations to happen inside the company. And it's very important for the food industry to understand that these methodologies are not, obviously they're not silver bullets, but they can help you to understand the technology that it's being developed, the state of the art, this actual investigation of what's happening in your sector, and also has very interesting effects on how your culture molds into a new way of working, a new way of transforming your organization on developing your new value proposition to the customer and consumer, but also, why not, to develop new business models that could spin off from your own traditional business right now. And there's every objective can be developed with different methodologies, but in the main message, I would say that you have different ways of doing it. It's very important for you to impact the culture, to help the organizations to adapt to these methodologies, and actually to visualize what the impacts of them are, so you can actually capture that value not only for your company but also for your communities, your consumers, and also your clients in the whole experience that your company gives them.